to the home of the Penn State Nittany Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. The Nittany Lions will kick it off to get us underway. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Boilermakers offense will have the ball first. And David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes. And guys really play well around.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They go to the ground. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays down the field.
The decibel meter's about to explode. One of the great environments, wide out level noise. It's complete on the right side. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
Well, you love to see this on the first drive of the game, right? 3rd down, go back to the old faithful, the slant pass, something that you put in on day 1 install back in spring practice. Executed perfectly, keep this drive alive.
Wants to throw on first down. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. He'll keep it himself. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense. The Boilermakers are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The Boilermakers will line up to punt it away. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off, and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Nittany Lions offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. And they are led up front by a powerful offensive line that opens up an array of possibilities, Jesse.
No question it's the identity of this offense. Multiple players up front that are going to play in the National Football League. This unit is going to be up for the Joe Moore.
There he goes. Picks up the first down, still moving. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Nittany Lions took those plain headgears, got their blocks, and picked up the first down.
Yeah, and those headgears are a staple, aren't they, of college football? I know exactly what you're talking about, those beautiful helmets. They don't change very much, very traditional. Penn State keeps it simple. Being traditional, running the football.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. The quarterback had all...
Lets it fly! And they can't hook up, going for the big play on 2nd down. Now it's 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Johnson wants to throw it. Fires left. He's got an open man. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Nittany Lions look to keep this drive humming. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. They finally get him on the ground, and this junior turning in a big play after the catch. That throw and catch a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open because you got so many guys that...
Max going for the goal line. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Penn State!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. A 67-yard touchdown drive there. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. And some room to work. Breaks into the open. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. And the Boilermakers, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. To the air on first down. Under fire. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. You can hear the roar all the way to Mount Nittany after he got in the backfield and made the play.
And they always give you something to roar about, don't you? These Penn State linebackers, I don't know where they find them, but year after year they...
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumbled up there, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and forever, let's test his arm strength. He'll pull it down and run. Got to protect the merchandise, gets down without taking a hit. The Boilermakers line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Probably not quite as good as he hoped as it goes out of bounds at the 20-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to change this route. Johnson looking to throw. On the run deep down the right side. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Takes a shot as he lets it go. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Got him downfield.
You know, sometimes when you're throwing against zone coverage, you need time for the routes to develop. So nice job by the quarterback there, being patient, allowing his receivers to work themselves open.
The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
And the Nittany Lions are moving quickly down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Buying some time. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Quarterback making adjustments. Johnson wants to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. Guided out of bounds at the 22. A good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Off the RPO, complete. Gets it inside the 10, out of bounds at the 9 after the big pickup on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Nittany Lions trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Looking to throw on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He just wisely got rid of that one. The worst thing that can happen to you is to turn it over on first down in the red zone.
I like the decision by the quarterback there. It's only first down. It's not there. Throw it away. Live to play another day.
Trying to barrel in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. They've worked it down to the 4-yard line, but now it's 3rd and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So it's an 80-yard drive. And they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target to the left. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the first. Going to need to step up to make sure this one doesn't get out of hand as the second quarter is about to get underway. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Off the play fake. Oh, they're after him. Grabbed in the middle. It's Tuggle. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Boilermakers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Motion from the wide receiver. A jet sweep pass. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. The Boilermakers come to the line with a new set of downs. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to find another play.
it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas. Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Here comes the noise from this big crowd in Happy Valley on third down. Pulls and fired complete. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Boilermakers back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Wants to throw on first down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger because it's obvious.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Going for it all. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. 57 yards out, and he powers it through the uprights.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Here's the handoff. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. As most everyone knows by now, one of the top disruptors on defense in the country, 5-star defensive lineman, and they got him with a huge verbal commitment last week. What's that going to do for them?
I mean, the excitement level through the roof. Getting a guy like that you know is plug and play. I mean, big, strong, athletic, makes your defensive line formidable right away. The recruiting class, they just gained some serious momentum.
He's got it.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Johnson looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. Boy, did they have a big pickup in recruiting. Stud in the secondary. 5-star defensive back. Gives them a verbal. What a huge boost for this program, David.
This is enormous. Getting a guy in the back end, a 5-star guy like that, dude, it's plug and play, and those guys pan out at such a high level. Just, they have so much speed. The measurables there. This guy should be an impact player day one.
3 straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Didn't really get a chance to get started on that return, but he has set him up at the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. He'll pull it on the read. The ball pops out. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Penn State! And they turn it into a defensive score. No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
That defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Interesting matchup this week in the Mountain West, and it sure is playing out that way. New Mexico has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe inside University Stadium. They're up by 7 over Air Force. We've got our finger on the pulse of everything in the Mountain West and all around college football, guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Good news, I guess, a lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. He'll start this drive going to the air, trying to make magic with his feet. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
Snagged in the middle. It's Broussard. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Give to the back. Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Tuggle. They push it out to the 39 after picking up 5.
And there's finally a bright spot for this offense in the passing game, completing that on 3rd down. I know we're in the 2nd quarter. They're trailing by a lot, but you need something positive to happen here to build some momentum. Maybe they can build on that, drive the field, score some points before going in here at halftime, and get a little juju going.
And he is snuffed out, greeted by a host of defenders. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle. It's Watson. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. It's complete. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Goodness gracious, this is a master class, a clinic on how to get to the quarterback. The 7th sack of the game. Are you kidding me? That's a season for some teams. They've lived in the backfield.
Pressure coming. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Incomplete behind the receiver. Maybe this freshman got a little too anxious. The Boilermakers will call on their punt team. Able to keep them from getting a return, and the ball goes out of bounds. They're going to mark it right around the 20. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Moving away from pressure. Connection to the right. And he goes down right there, but a solid pickup, and it'll be a first down. So much for the tough field position. One play, and you're already to the 35. Johnson wants to throw it. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Pocket breaking down. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Never has to leave the pocket and fires over the middle. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35.
He's been a matchup problem all season long. Defenses just don't know how to solve the puzzle. And with that last catch, over 500 yards receiving now on the year for him.
Gets it out fast. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got it in the middle, it's Reynolds. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! All that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
And with that score, this thing is getting ugly. This offense has had their way, and not only have they had their way, now they finish the half like you're supposed to, scoring the football, building on their lead. This defense is going to have to go into half and find some answers.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll go to the ground, fighting off the defender. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. That's exactly what happened.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, after seeing that, sign me up for another 2 quarters there in Happy Valley. And this second half will likely come down to which offense can figure something, anything out. Take some chances, get creative. Both offensive coordinators had full heads of hair at the start of this game, but right now, they look like cue balls after one frustrating first half. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in State College, PA.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Boilermakers will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. Not sure they had to adjust much. They'll try to build on this lead. Johnson looking to throw. Under fire. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Makes the grab. It's Saunders. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wants to adjust the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He stopped just short of midfield. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 48.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming. The Nittany Lions come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Got it in the middle. It's Saunders. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there.
And money down, third down, find him. I mean, you want to find that matchup.
Lets it fly deep downfield. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone. Plenty of work to do here on second and long.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They just keep firing. Moves around to clear up the vision. The throw. Can't make the grab in this offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look there. Third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. And that decision will be questioned for a while. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. From the gun, the ground game. They stop him cold, maybe gets a yard to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. After the strong run on second down, third down coming. Do they do it again? From the gun, wants to pass. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on third down. The Boilermakers will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those fourth down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
Smith takes the handoff. And he's dragged down.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. The give to the back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now it's tough sledding on the ground.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
Yeah, and you just wonder if the defense now is taking out some frustration. Obviously, they've been getting lit up all over the place, and that time they finally gave it back to the offense there. Really nice, big, clean hit. This defense needs a little bit more of that as the game goes on.
The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. Johnson wants to throw it. Finds his man. It's Turner. Open space at the 25. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the first down.
Well, Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays. You better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They get him stopped at the 2, but it'll be first and goal. Working that left side now. And he's going to take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. And he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Boilermakers have it back, and here comes the offense. They went 3 and out last time. Now they'll look for some plays that work. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. The give to the left side. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Rush is on him. Fires to the tight end. Just keeps moving. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. With the catch, it's Broussard. They bring him down right at the 45. Not enough to move the sticks, but maybe close enough to go for it here on 4th. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Makes it past the marker. Really needed a play like that to get out of their own end. They move the chains. They mark it at the 29.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is when you're going to throw the...
Oh, he's got some space. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
And that's a good lesson for quarterbacks out there. When you're throwing to your running backs, if you get it to them early and they've got some space around them, they can do damage. And that's exactly what happened there. These guys are trained to be great once they have the ball in their hands. He makes people miss. He shows you the speed, and it's a big chunk play in the pass game.
This dude will pick you apart if you give him time. You better get to him. You better make him feel uncomfortable. This defense did that. Nice job by the defense, hurrying the quarterback through his thought process.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. Trying play action. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Intercepted. Oh, what a play. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Reese, I know you're a little bit of a front runner, so you probably would quit. You'd probably sub yourself out and take yourself out of the game. But I like that they're continuing to fight. Keep fighting. You never know what's going to happen. Actually, you know what? I know you're not going to win, but it doesn't matter. Keep fighting to the very end.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And this offense just hasn't found a way to kind of open it up. Like, they haven't found those explosive plays. It feels like the defense is kind of strangling them and staying really close to the line of scrimmage because of their lack of their big play ability over the top. This offense has to...
Picked off. What a play to set him up. Racing to the right. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. The defense putting points on the board. They add on another one, and they're about to push their record to 5-1.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. They'll send the back in motion. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. Oh, there's an alley on the left. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got him. And the Boilermakers, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Off the play fake on first down. Looking for the end zone. And they won't make the connection, going for the big play.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Back to throw, it's Singleton. Gets open down the middle. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
You gotta like this defense, man. All game long, great job tackling the football. Like, you throw it on the perimeter, they're coming up. They're not giving the run after the catch to these receivers. A lot of times you see
just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And, man, this defense added again. They've done this so much today. Affected the quarterback, gotten sacks, forced third and long situations. It doesn't matter about the yards on the drive. Now you put them in a very predictable passing.
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Great job by the pass rush up front. Third and long situation. They're anticipating pass, and they know the quarterback's going to have to hold on to the football. Nice job pinning their ears back and getting home.
From 55 yards out, and he's got it. Never a doubt. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you... can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Really nice awareness by that guy, too, because it looked as though his momentum might carry him out of bounds, might stop the clock, but he knew to get down. He was fighting to make sure he...
There he goes! Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Johnson looking to throw. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
I spent time with a lot of coaches when you got a huge lead in the 4th quarter and they say run the football and run the clock out. And I've seen a lot of other coaches that say, listen, they get paid to stop us. It's their job to try to stop us. And apparently they live in the second world as this coach.
First snap of this drive comes from the 32. They'll try the left side. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And I don't like the play call, guys. Screen pass at this point of the game against a defense playing big zones, prevent, trying to keep the ball in front. It's just not going to work. You got to take shots offensively.
Caught over the middle. It's Smith. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. The Boilermakers have it with a 1st and 10. The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Offense set on 1st down.
Here we go.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. He breaks a tackle. He has an extensive juke library, and he exhausted it and still didn't pick up much. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. 2nd down coming up. Wants to throw again. Catch in the middle, it's Tuggle. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering the shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Breaks into the open. And he crosses the goal line and gets the touchdown, but way too little, way too late. But they still do count it for 6.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note. A little bit.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll leave it with him. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
Fresh legs, man, and it is showing, of course. This team had the bye last week, and you're seeing it right now late in the game. Running the football, imposing their will against the defense that looks tired. Of course, they had to play last week, and you're seeing that right now.
Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. They'll move the tight end. Johnson wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
You know, I love offensive coordinators that want to stay aggressive, and they've come up with big plays all game long. It's a big reason why they have this lead right now, and they're not backing off here in the fourth quarter. They're letting their guys go play. The entire playbook is open to them, and they're taking shots.
Wide receiver going in motion. He's looking to throw. Scrambling away. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Purdue offense heads back out to the field, and they haven't got the outing they had hoped for from this junior quarterback. And I think it's fair to say that the corner and the rest of his buddies on defense have won this battle, keeping this quarterback in check, David.
They have. They've definitely won the battle, and you wanted to see more in this matchup. And I'll tell you what, this QB, we know he's got ability. And listen, I know that's a great corner out.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
And I know this football game is over, but we got to keep fighting. We got to keep finding something, some kind of rhythm in this offense, something we can hang our hat on that we do really.
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and it makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
He'll field the punt and take it back. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Johnson looking to throw. He'll take a shot. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took...